Hello, y'all. My name is Andrew. Today, what I would like to speak about is negative influences. Now, please be careful about the people who you spend time with most, because these individuals could have a negative impact on your life. That's great. Now, when people spend time with individuals who do negative activities, they start becoming much like that person later on in life. The more time they spend time with them. Such as if a person is smoking Newports and a person who don't, the more time they spend with that person around them while they're smoking Newports, eventually the negative influences that they are around is going to catch up to them and they're going to start smoking Newports exactly like them. This is why it's very careful for people for people that is very careful who they spend time with a lot and be friends with, because those individuals are not mentally stable themselves mentally and can mislead them down the wrong direction purposely or mistakenly because they're not right themselves. So if they're not right themselves, how can they help others elevate to a new level of awareness? This is sad. This is what drug addicts do nowadays. People who are normal become friends with them. And these individuals have a negative impact on their lives because they spend a lot of time with them while they are using drugs. And then these negative influences catch up to them and they start becoming much like the individuals who they are using drugs around, especially through females and males who people are in love with. They start becoming much like their lovers as well because they spend a lot of time with them and they don't trust them because they might prostitute themselves for drugs and money so they could get high to comfort themselves later on. And the more they do this, their lover become more desperate and try to be more attached to them. And as time passed by, they believe having that kind of relationship which a person chase another around and the other chase the other person around is a healthy relationship and think this is a good relationship and strong relationship because they don't understand and realize that that individual is sick. They're not in their right state of mind who's doing this. So they can't be trusted. This is very sad. This is why drug dealers in these communities are ruining it, because people are getting high and introducing others onto it because others are down on their luck or don't believe in luck because others are having a difficult time in life. So they spend time with them and get them hooked on the same exact drugs. People trying to run away from their problems in life, even getting drunk, even being an alcoholic, people trying to run away from their problems in life. This is very sad, but it's true and it's difficult. But people, it's never too late to change their lives and get themselves out of that vicious drug cycle. It's going to take some time for them to get out of it, but it could and it can be done. People just got to have enough faith and hope in themselves that they could change by self-discipline. If a person give up on others so easily, then eventually those people going to give up on themselves eventually because they have no more hope in others. Therefore, they have no hope in themselves. Therefore, therefore, it's an unhealthy psychological mind game that's going on within people's heads when they when they spending time with drug addicts who are getting high for living each day. And if they don't get high for one day or for a couple of hours, they become sick because of because of a because of a drug or alcoholic withdrawal. But please understand, y'all, not all people who use drugs are not unwary of friendship. Some people are very nice. Some people are very nice individuals. Some people are very cruel and mean individuals who just get high and introduce others onto it. Each drug addict have a different personality. But when people use drugs, y'all, this thing opens up the third eye, which people call the pineal gland, a lot more. And these individuals are able to see into the astral plane. This is why, this is why, but this is why when people's, this is why when people use drugs, they said, they say that they are actually hallucinating and seeing things. No, that's not true. They're seeing things exactly how it is. Hallucinations, schizophrenia, whatever y'all want to call it. They are seeing things exactly how they are because their pineal gland is open a lot more so they can see into the astral plane and see different kind of things that's going on in the real world, not this fake one which people can't see outside of visible light. Now, when people look into the astral plane, they're going to see a lot of things, even hear a lot of things. But these individuals are going to be bothered because now they know too much, because they saw too much by using drugs and have only two options to keep their mouth shut and not speak about the supernatural or join them. And the second is to die and to be tortured until they stop talking about these things. And these individuals who use drugs to see into the astral plane are in fact a form of musicians, but they're neither good or bad because they still sleep. They just open their third eye and haven't sold out to saying neither God, but they could see into the astral plane and hear spirits, which are in fact connected to them spiritually, which could actually feed on their energy and give them different regions and even possess them. But the reason why masses of people are not being messed with like this is because they are asleep mentally. They don't believe in the supernatural. But if they do believe in the supernatural, they are ignorant because they lack knowledge of what it really means to be superhuman. Therefore, these individuals are just like the average Christian going to church, eating certain things that the Bible told them not to do. Instead of doing their own research and thinking for themselves, they have others think for them. This is a terrible price that people pay for ignorance. They be destroyed for a lack of knowledge and for a lack of discipline. So please, y'all, please be safe. Don't hang around people who are using drugs or who are alcoholics or who are pimps or who are drug dealers, because that would catch up to y'all. Please stay away from gangbangers. If these individuals are not willing to change, then please don't give up on them. Just separate yourself from them. And just keep your distance from these individuals. But please don't give up on them. Now, if an individual is willing to change and showing signs that that person want to change, I think it's worth time for y'all spending time with them. But you gotta have a strong will not to give in into their negative influences on using drugs, drinking alcohol, pimping or prostituting, or gang banging or more. So y'all gotta understand, y'all, it takes a strong-willed mind to save another individual who are in need of help. So please stay strong, stay blessed, forgive others. If you have to kill people in order for y'all to to um to overcome many difficult problems in life, because those individuals refuse to stop, and these Ku Klux Klan members are the police officers, but not all are Ku Klux Klan members. Some are just normal individuals who are just working and getting paid for what they love to do. And these individuals who are in the police station that are Ku Klux Klan members are racist, yes. And they do lock up black people, yes. They do set up a lot of traps for black people, yes. And they are targeting black individuals, yes. The system has been systematically set up for black individuals to be killed, murdered, and locked up for the rest of their lives. So y'all gotta be very careful about which individuals as police officers you trust enough to tell the truth to, because they might turn against you and kidnap y'all, God forbid, and shoot y'all in the back or face and kill y'all because y'all telling the truth. So be very careful about the police officers who you're telling the truth to, because they will turn on you for their brotherhood. This is your friend, Andrew Hinton. Later, my friends.